Hi everyone, welcome to episode 28 of the Unleash and Thrive podcast with Olu Olabode. I'm so excited to be with you again today. And today I have another phenomenal guest. My guests are always, they're always awesome, always phenomenal. I have a lady that I don't even know how to describe her. I met her at a very interesting place. We both went for this conference with our mentor. We have this joint mentor, Terry Savelle Foy, and I met her there and we just hit it off from there. And we've just been together ever since. But I have her today and I'm so excited. I'm gonna keep you in the dark for a couple of minutes so you try and guess who this person is. I like to try to play the guessing game. Can you guess? Give me a drum roll as I bring up Lady Victoria Showunmi. You are welcome. I have Victoria Showunmi in the house today. She is here and she's going to be talking about, guess what? Tips to achieving more in every area of our life in 2022. So before I even let her go in, let me just welcome her. So thank you for coming.
You're welcome. It's my honor to be here, to be part of this. I am so excited to be here.
Yeah. So before we go into it, let's read your bio so that we can, people can kind of know the kind of guest I have today. So Victoria Showunmi is an achievement and leadership coach, certified with the John Maxwell team. I have to pause here for a minute. Before we even started John Maxwell, so people have gone ahead of us. So Victoria is one of those people. Okay. She is co-pastor of DestinyStar Ministries International and ministers alongside her husband, Pastor Gbenga Showunmi. She speaks at events, conferences, seminars, and workshops. Her passion and desire are to see others succeed and achieve greater things in life. She is the CEO, founder of Petra Home Care, a non-medical agency that caters for seniors in their golden years. She is the president of Achievers Club for professional and career ladies. With a passion for helping others, Victoria has also authored 2 books to motivate people through her writing. The books are The Power of Resilience and 90-Day Achievers Planner. They're each designed to inspire readers to find and actively pursue their own callings in life. Victoria is a registered nurse who holds MSN and MBA. She's a champion for the broken and hopeless. She is happily married and has 3 wonderful children. She and her family live in Houston, Texas. Give it up for Lady V, as we often call her. Once again, you're welcome to the Unleash and Thrive podcast.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here on this awesome podcast. It is my honor and I don't take it lightly. Thank you, woman of God, for the opportunity to be here.
Okay, so we're going to start off with something interesting. Can you tell us 2 fun facts about you?
All right, so
that we don't know.
that you don't know?
Oh. We don't know.
Well, one of them because I don't think I can hide that. But the other fun fact about me, as much as I love beach and everything, I cannot swim, okay? So I can dress up and say, let's go to the beach. But mind you, I'm just going to sit by the water and just put my feet in there. I cannot swim, okay? I cannot, okay? So not that, okay? So if you have a pool by your house and you want me to swim, I will be with the little kids. That little pool, not at 3 feet, that is where I will sit. So
thanks for sharing that. Growing up, they used to ask us to write our hobbies. It's interesting. And I remember I would always write swimming, reading. And guess what? I can't swim.
I can't swim. I
had this desire to I just had it in my brain somewhere in the back that I know how to swim. I don't know how it is.
Yeah. I love water, but that is how far I can go. I cannot dive or go in. Just where the little kids can be and we know it's safe. Yes, that is where I'll be. And the other fun fact about me, it's out there. People know this, so it's not hidden, woman of God. And that is, I love to dance, okay?
Oh, yeah, Sundays.
Okay, so to Follow me on Facebook. Every Sunday, you see me dancing.
Yeah.
I just love that, this life, one life to live, just enjoy it. It's the blessing of God.
Yeah.
So those are the two fun facts. I don't swim. I can't play with water, but I can dance. Okay, that one, I'm good at that. I can dance. It
You
doesn't
see,
matter.
we're similar. I can swim and I can dance. Oh, I love to dance
Exactly.
as well.
Yeah, so yes, you have something to compensate for what you can do.
I know we do. Thanks for sharing that. So this is a brand new year, and I just thought, you know what? Who am I going to bring on here that is going to talk about, more in 2022? And my mind just went to you because I remember even when I connected with you and I got to know what you do. I joined your Facebook group, which is it's the achievements Facebook group, Achievers Facebook group, whereby we talk about how to, inspire each other to do more. You challenge us as well. But I wanted to just kind of share with, my listeners who don't really, really know that how did this journey start? How did you start? You're a woman that wears many hats, and we're going to get to that. But how did you start your journey off?
Oh my, it is a long story, starting out in life. I know sometimes when I have the opportunity to share, especially with women in the business arena, just sharing my passion, why I love business so much. I'm a healthcare professional. I wear so many hats, but one thing that really kind of challenged me at a very young age is the business aspect of my life, and I think that really kind of like fueled me, gave me the energy and just to be able to focus on certain things in life. I know a woman of God, I've shared this with you probably one or two times. I think around age 13, age 14, being a teenager, this happened to there was an incident back then. I mean, I'm not going to go into detail, but my mom left me at that time to be by myself, to be we are in this in Nigeria, so we have this apartment then where you have like multiple units in there, and then you have different people, with their own units. But then we do have like common area, like the bathrooms and the kitchen area. They are commons, but people have like their own private rooms and things like that. So I was there alone by myself when my mom left. I mean, I know she went for a greener pasture, hoping things will work out and things like that. But I'm talking about the 90s, guys. So, we don't have like cell phone like we do right now that you can pick up the phone and call and check on somebody. If you write a letter, it's going to take 2 weeks or a month before
Yeah.
it gets there and before you get the response back. So, but then it was very challenging for me to survive, I would say. I'm not just even talking about thriving. My things there were just to survive.
Survival.
Exactly. Like to survive every day as a young girl in this world with very limited support, with pretty much nobody. I don't have anyone to call. So I have to think outside of the box, what I can do, what will become of my life, and things like that. So at the time I was starting selling little things, I would get water and put in it, not like a plastic like this, but like a clear cellophane bag, put in the refrigerator, and then from there after school take out to bus stops, to supermarkets. We call them market then, not just to sell. I mean, it wasn't like the other states, because water is everywhere in Nigeria. Water is not one of the things that people. It's not a scarcity of anything, because you get water anywhere. From the well, from rain, and it's not a commodity that is so scarce. But when people are traveling and it's sunny and they're tired, it's good to
They want cold water.
water. Exactly. So that is what I'll be selling then after school. Sometimes I can sell five naira, let me say equivalent of $5, things like that. But for those in Nigeria, we don't have a consistent power supply. So there can be days that there is no power. So if there's no power, I have nothing to cool the water, then I'm not selling. Or if it rains and it's damp and people are not traveling, people are not going out, nobody is buying water. So it was very like on and off kind of thing. It wasn't steady. And I remember, this is the particular incident that actually changed everything, because up to that time I was okay, right? Because I sell it
Mhm.
and there, manage what I have. I don't like, my mentality is just to survive. I don't care about any other thing. But I remember one morning, as I was getting ready to go to school the night before, it had rained and it was so wet and cold that morning. And when I say cold, not
Mm.
like Canadian cold or the Northeast cold here, but kind of cool. So I was wondering, like, what am I going to eat that morning? I did not have any
Mm.
warm food. The only thing I had at home then is what we call gari in my place. It's something that you can soak in the water. So I was like, instead of just soaking this gari like that, let me see if I can have someone that can give me like a hot stew or
To
sauce,
eat
whatever.
with it.
And
Mm.
that's, I can make something warm and eat. And in the apartment, we have a couple of women there that they know me. I've helped them with babysitting. I've helped them with a lot of different things. So I went to one of them that morning. I'm like, "Oh, ma'am, do you have any warm stuff you can give me this morning?" And she said no.
Mm.
And see, that no, it's as if you've never had no in your entire
Before.
life. It's
Mm.
like, no, it's like he eats. No, when they say something, eat you in a very wrong place.
Mm.
He eats so hard as if was like a rock or something hit me, or truck hit me or something. The pain, the agony, the
Mm.
rejection, the helplessness I felt that morning. I went back into my room, closed the door, and I cried. I
Mm.
I have never cried like that, guys. I have never. I mean, me, I roll with whatever it is. But that morning, that no, it just felt
That rejection. You
that
felt that
rejection. Oh
rejection.
my God.
Mm.
Like I felt
Mm.
it so hard, so hard. I cried. Like as if somebody died. I cried. I wept so bad. But then like David would say, after you've cried and you have
You
those
encourage
times,
yourself.
exactly. And nobody is there to console me anyway, because I was here in
Mm.
the room by myself. So I encouraged myself and I prayed. I said, God, as I grow up, I want you to bless me in such a way that I am not going to be in a situation like this where I have to ask people for daily bread, or where
Mm.
my kids will be in a situation where they have to ask for help, especially for food. I'm not asking
Wow, that's the least.
other things, that the basic need of
Yeah.
no food, what you can eat. So I pray to God. I said, just God, just help me. And the thing say, I'm always a very shy person when I was younger. But that morning, I just have that energy, and the thing just say, no, why don't you talk to some of your friends at school and just share some things with them? Most of them know that I lived alone, that my mom is not there. So, some things are not new about me then. So I got to school and I share with one of my friends, and she was like, wow, Victoria. And that was how my life changed, because she then actually introduced me to another woman who is a business woman. This
Mm.
woman like she had an empire. She makes
Mm.
different kind of things. And she introduced me to her. Girl, I started like selling. I would take things from her wholesale, and then I would sell. Me
Hmm.
that was selling just water, that sometimes maybe I sell ₦5, $5. Let me choose that, or maybe maximum 10 in a week. One day I can make 50 naira, 50
Wow.
60
Wow.
one single day. It was a turnaround.
Mm.
I became a best salesperson at
Mm.
age 14, because then God said,
You were hungry for
was
anything that would keep not keeping that poverty.
exactly something that will not keep me in that position. Because like they say, it is insanity to keep doing the
The
same
same
thing
thing.
over and over again and
Yeah.
expect different results.
Yeah.
You're not going to get different results if you keep doing what you're doing over and over again, year after year, you're going to keep getting the same result. Nothing will change. But when you change the effort you put in, when you change your route, when you change your ways, when you try something out of your comfort zone, when you put yourself out there and you're ready to just do it, because now, like they said, you are sick and tired of being sick and tired of having the same, the same thing, repeating itself in your life. Something like, oh, I don't want this again, but they don't change anything. But me, that day, I changed things. I took a bold step. Went there. The woman said, can you sell? Like, oh, you try me, I can sell. And it was like a joke. I would make $20. Then again, I come back, take another thing out. I was just selling so fast. Like, wow. And that was how things changed for me, that if you want something, or if you are sick of something, you have control over that. So you cannot be blaming other people for your misfortune, but you want to get to a position in life where you take responsibility, you take accountability, and then you go for it. Because I can blame my mother for leaving me and everything, but that would not change my situation. I will remain there and be asking people to give me food every day. But when I know that, what, she has done her part, but now for me to change this, my life that God has given to me, this opportunity, that I have to be in charge. I have to take responsibility. I have to go out there and say, you know what, Victoria, if it has to be, it is up
to you. Yeah.
It's up to somebody else. It's up to me. And then when putting the actions in, you get the result. So that is how I started, because I just want something more, something better, something more comfortable, something where now I don't have to depend on certain people for my daily food and things like that. So that is how it starts. That's how I started my journey. And since then, God has been faithful, opening doors and putting right people in my life. Wherever I go, I carry that with me. So in the year 2022 that we are just starting, this is another opportunity. It is a blank check that each of us, we have 365 days, I believe. I don't think this is a leap year yet.
Yes. 365.
65 days that we all have that. So if you want a different result, compared to what you had last year, then you have to shift your focus. You have to look at, what are you doing wrong? What do you need to improve? But probably you have been in the wrong business. Selling water then wasn't profitable for me. It wasn't giving me a comfortable life. I cannot survive on it. So I have to change and dive into some other type of business that will work. So for you, 2021 may have not been the best, or something may have not worked, but then here's another opportunity. You can make a 180-degree change, transition, move from one thing to another, and you will see a different result. That will put you on a path that you yourself will be like, wow, why haven't I thought of this before? And another thing is something where we evaluate our lives, when we evaluate the result we are getting, because that is one thing that, you two, woman of God from John Maxwell, you evaluate all these experiences, because it's, our Papa John will say, in some situation you learn. You don't lose, but you learn. Some situation you win, right? So if you look at it like, what is it that didn't work last year or the past few years? What is it that didn't work? And then now, what can I move around? Well, what can I change? Or what can I implement? What can I start over that will bring the change that I want? So constantly evaluating those things in your life. If you're a businesswoman, you evaluate your business. If you're a career-minded woman, you evaluate that. A ministry woman, you evaluate the ministries God has committed into your hands. Are you getting the result that you want to get? And if not, what is it that you can do differently in year 2022? Because you must have that mindset of, I can change. It's up to me. No shifting. And before you know it, by the time you begin to put that action to work, you begin to see the result. Just like that. No, one step at a time. And let's make 2022. Because God has so much for us. There is more for
Yeah.
everyone. I'm
Oh, there
telling you,
is.
there is a lot of blessing to go around. So you start wherever you want to start, and you will be amazed at what lies ahead of you.
Wow. Wow. You've already given us 2 tips. People were just starting. You said, I love the way you said shift your focus. So sometimes we're even looking in the wrong direction. That's not where we need to be. We need to just look at, if it's not working, maybe you need to be looking to the right to see, shift your
Yes.
focus from what you're looking at. And then you mentioned evaluate your life, evaluate our lives. And you're so right. I was actually talking to somebody today. I was saying that every time is a new year, I get excited. Because, like you said, it's normally a brand new slate. God is saying, what are you going to do with this year? I'm giving you a new set of 365 days.
Yes.
Are you going to throw it away, or are you just going to go, so? Let's go back to the same way. So it's a great time to do an audit. Evaluate where you are, so that you can see where you need to be going. Wow.
Definitely.
Thank you. We're still coming back to, we're still getting, you have to give us more tips. So.
Yes.
Before we get the more tips, as women though, there's one thing I wanted to mention. As women, because we wear, just like you wear so many hats.
Yes.
Your hats are, you're a nurse, you're a pastor's wife, you're a mom, you're a wife, you're a business owner. You have so much. You're a mentor, you're a coach. There's like, the hats are many. How do we keep it together as women? How do we keep all this together?
I mean, that is an excellent question. And I always say, sometimes when I have opportunity to be around women, I say, God knows that we women, we are so powerful, because you remember, talking about faith a little bit, when God created Adam, he said, it's not good for this man to be alone. Let's make somebody and help meet for him. Someone who can see beyond things and can put things in place. Someone who can spot that something is missing and right there fixes it. Something who can blend and bring people together. God has wired us for that. I'm telling you, we women, we are such a blessing. I mean, this world without women, I don't even know how it will run. Okay,
it can't run.
I don't think it will.
I don't think it can run.
It cannot run. God has so wired us in such a way that we are such powerful, and we are so resilient. But one thing for me that I would say, number one, is the grace of God, because if not for God, if God has not given you the strength, I mean, you can't do much. But thank God for his strength. And then the other thing, as a woman that wears so many hats and do different things, I try as much as possible to work with a planner. So if you know me, I talk about achieving things, planning your life. I mean, you do as much as you can do. God is the overall that gives his final blessing, but at the same time, you want to be someone who prepares ahead of time. You want to be someone who can coordinate your life together, put the little pieces together. So I always use a planner. You cannot see me without a calendar, a planner. And thank God these days for the smartphones that we have. I mean, you can put different appointments there and different things. So I try to plan for all of the different things in my life, so at least I can be able to be effective. And there are times where you take into consideration certain priorities, because you're running business, you are a pastor's wife, this and that. There are certain times in your life or in the year that certain things take precedence. And so you want to be able to adjust and manage your time and be able to focus on that. See, I have 3 children, and when we plan things, I plan things, so at least I know, and I block those things out on my calendar to know that these days are for this, these days are for this, these days are for that. So when you do that, it makes it easy for you. And when you need to focus on certain things, because certain things will take some energy from you, then you can put other things aside and focus on that. And another thing is, as women, we must be okay with asking for help and delegating tasks. Okay, people may not do it the way we want them to do it.
Yeah.
But I always tell people, I say, as long as it doesn't jeopardize anybody's life, as long as if somebody doesn't, the way they clean the dishes doesn't kill somebody, you can live with that. Okay? As long as nobody's life is on the line, right?
Yeah.
That maybe they don't do the dishes well, they don't tidy up the bed well, nobody's gonna die. That is fine. They will perfect it next time.
Yeah.
Initially I would be like, oh, you don't do the dishes right. It should be done this way. It should be arranged this way. You just reinforce it again, and they will do it. So be able to delegate. If you have kids, give them tasks to do.
Yeah.
Preoccupy them. Tell them. And if you have people around, delegate things, and also ask for help. There are certain things I am not doing. I have people that will come and do it. And if you need to pay for it, pay for it. It gives
outsource it.
Time is money. Yes, woman of God, right? Time is money.
It's so much. Yeah.
I mean, there are things I don't do. I pay people to come and do it.
Because it's not worth your time to have to waste that. Especially if they are an expert in that area. Exactly. Whereby they can do that thing in 2 hours. If you are not an expert, they're going to use more time. And then it's a waste of your time.
Waste of your time. And if you don't do it right, you get frustrated. It doesn't work. So you look at it, what is it that people can help you in to do? And ask for help, pay people to come in and do it. That is one way to do things. Like, make sure you have calendar and spread your things. And if you are spending time with family, let them know mom is available this time for this. Because I remember a few years ago when I was doing my master's program, it was very busy, it was very challenging. But then I make a calendar. I made a calendar and I put it on the refrigerator, so my kids know that
they can see
it. It's open, like you see it there. That certain days of the week when mom is coming from work, I work 9 to 5 then. Now when mom is coming from work, she's going to stop by at the library. So they know mom is going to come home late. And to some of my friends, I tell them, like, if you are having a party on Saturday for this next week.
Sorry, you can't see me.
Sorry, you can't see me. Okay? I will send gift ahead, but I cannot be there. That takes priority because I know the school just for a certain time and that will be done. But then the calendar, everybody knows. Oh, mom is out this day and that day. Saturday morning, she's going to be at the library from this time to this time. Then we come back, we cook and everything. So it's out there. My family knows it's just a sacrifice, for certain time, for limited time. So with that, it helps you when you keep open communication, you ask for help, you plan your days, you plan your life, and you're planning time for you to rest as well. So and with that, and with the help of God, the grace of God, we can do all things.
Yes.
Christ who strengthens
us. Yes. You are so right. And I love the way the tips are actually practical. Because sometimes we share things that people are like, how do I relate with this? This doesn't apply to me. But these are things that everybody can pick up. I always tell people, I don't know how to work without a planner. I don't know. I can't live without scheduling. Like, I schedule almost everything. Like,
exactly.
Even if I fall asleep the night before, when I wake up next, maybe I didn't have time, I was tired. I wake up next, I start writing. Okay, what am I going to do?
Exactly. Yes.
Because or else you have to have the plan before you. That way you know that you are planning for it to be productive. Or else somebody can just walk in and say, oh, I was just passing by your house and I just thought to stop by. They waste 2 hours. They're just talking. When you look and you get upset because you're thinking, what was it that we're discussing for 2 hours?
Discussing exactly.
If you had planned for those 2 hours, when they came, could have said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm glad you came, but I really have to go now. I have this done, or I have an assignment, or I have this to do." Then they know, oh, next time I can't just drop by.
Exactly.
She has a plan for her day. So like, I know that there's a quote that says that if you don't plan for your day, other people will plan for you.
Other people will plan, they will plan it for you. You fall into their plan and then you are not accountable for anything. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. And also you mentioned, because they're mostly women even listening to this podcast or watching. So a lot of us are parents. And truly, we often would plan for every other person, but we don't bring self-care into it. Because you mentioned self-care.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to plan for us as well.
Exactly. Like you put
Plan
it on
for
your
you.
calendar. This time, don't
Yes.
disturb mommy. This is bedtime. And I mean, and you can be busy, but you can have a space in your home where you be
Yeah.
like, this time I'm locking myself here.
Oh,
Do not disturb. I mean, it can be 30 minutes, maybe just to meditate, maybe just to be quiet, maybe just to sleep 1 extra hour, whatever it is, because you as someone who is giving to others, you want to be taken care of. You
yeah.
cannot give out of emptiness. But
Mm-hmm.
when you energize, when you have it together,
Yeah.
then you can be a blessing. Because if not, you're going to be walking and be angry at people for no just good reason because
Yeah.
you're tired. So, but creating that time, self-care, maybe just time to just go out with your girlfriend and
Yeah.
just go sit down somewhere and just talk or have coffee, whatever it is,
Just
just
relax.
to relax and distress. I
Yeah.
think it's all
Mm.
worth it. We need it.
Yeah. And if there is a mom listening who is saying, but my children are little. I remember when my children were little, even sometimes even just going to the bathroom and locking the door was like a retreat.
Exactly. Yes. Sometimes I still do that.
Because they're like, mommy, and yeah, you don't answer, you just stay there because you just need that me time to just zone out
Exactly.
from. Maybe just 5 minutes you can stay there. Maybe your children are toddler. I remember when the children were really little, it could be something that gets tiring just being there with them all
Mm-hmm.
the time.
All the
So
yes.
we need that break away sometimes to just shut ourselves away.
Exactly.
It's
Yes.
not it's not it's not a bad thing for you to want time for yourself.
No, it's not. Not at all. Not at all. Yes, ma'am.
And then that leads me to say that if we actually create that time whereby we take to rest and recharge, then we can be more productive.
Definitely. Definitely.
We can
Yes,
we can
because the thing is, if you are
Mm,
you're so tired, you
yeah.
are so overwhelmed, you cannot think straight. You cannot think
Yes.
straight,
Mm,
and you're not going to be in a very good state of mind. So, but when if at all it's like 30 minutes that you
yeah.
have, you get more clarity, you
Yeah.
get more, you are recharged, you get this
Mm,
energy, and by the time you come back, sef, you are happy. Your
yeah.
children are happy, people around you are happy because you are happy. If you are not, people around you can sign that something is wrong, and no, people will not
Yeah.
be very treading, very delicate around you. But
And we're grumpy.
exactly, you are
Especially
grumpy for no
moms.
reason. Like, Mom, are you okay?
I'm
Auntie,
fine.
it's all right. They be like, I'm fine, I'm fine. And people, you can, even you yourself, you can't even tell why you hang. You can't even tell. But just taking that, if you are in a such environment where you can just take a walk, you
Mm,
just get some fresh air, clear up your mind, your hair, and by the time you come back or listen to some music or podcast like this, by the time you come back, like, oh, thank God I did that. And maybe very short time, and
yeah.
things change.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much. I've gotten like how many tips? Let me read out my tips. Shift your focus. If it's gonna be, it's up to you. So we need to shift our focus. We have to evaluate our lives. I love that one. I always love because, like you said, I learned also from John Maxwell that talks about reflection. So
Mm-hmm.
that evaluation of life is so key.
It's okay, exactly,
Every month, don't
exactly.
just go through 2022. Just
Exactly. Don't know where if you keep going, you're not gonna know where you miss it. You're not
mm,
gonna know what you're doing right. You,
mm,
you won't be able to identify what is giving you more return.
yeah,
Because sometimes you may be
mm,
thinking, oh, because I'm doing this business, that is what is bringing a lot of money. But
yeah,
when you sit down and you reevaluate, you take audit of different things, then you are surprised, like, wow, what I thought is actually working, it's not actually
it's not
working.
actually
That's the
working.
main thing that is causing you
Mm,
stress. I can be like, I need to cut down on that, or I need to get somebody to handle this for me. So it really helps, reflecting, reevaluating, and then you move forward
yeah, and then work with a planner. So
and
if you
work with a
if you
planner.
don't have a planner, you can get Lady V's 90-day achievement planner.
Yes,
It still
yes, you
has it.
can get one. Yeah, for
It's an
90
awesome
days, get
planner.
it going. Yes.
Get a schedule in place. And then I love this one. Ask for help. Women, we don't like to ask for help. I'm number one. We don't. So that you feel like by the time I used to ask for help, I would have done it. But
Yeah, I
truly,
feel like
you're
by the time
right.
somebody is, yeah, like, But sometimes, because we are,
Mm.
especially for us that have younger kids, we
Yes.
are giving them the opportunity to learn too. Because
Yes.
they're
Yes.
not going to get it right the first time. Definitely, they will not. And probably the
Mm.
second time, they will not. But we are giving them that time for them to learn, and later on, they become an expert in it. So
Mm.
asking for help, just sometimes I just watch my kids, like, just go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
You make mistake, it's okay.
And
We
we
step
keep our
away.
mouth shut while they're doing it.
Exactly. And then later you revisit with them. You say, you know
Yeah.
what do you think you've done wrong? What do you think you can do
Mm.
better the next time? So at least
Mm.
you can be faster. So it give them the opportunity. And it helps you too, because there'll be days that your schedule will be so crazy that you don't
Yeah.
even mind how they do it. And
Yeah.
you've never done it before.
But that they're on hand to even do it is
Exactly.
enough.
Yeah, so just do whichever way, guys. Go ahead, but just make sure you're in the area to just make sure they're safe. That's
Mm.
it. Ask for
Wow.
help. Yeah.
Thank you so much for those awesome tips. I wanted to say, because Lady V she's a business person. Like, she has, I always say, you have this almost like, because my husband too is a business person. So business people, it's like you guys have this knack for business. I wanted to ask for like two practical business tips before I let you go. Let's just give us like two practical business tips for somebody that is a business owner listening. They're thinking, how can I be more productive in my business this year? Are there like maybe two productive tips that you can give them to just kind of
Okay.
help them?
Like, number one, in business, you want to remember why you started that business.
Mm,
Because the thing is, with every business or even with every career, there's going to be a challenging situation. You're
yeah.
going to get to that time, maybe you have a staff, an employee that is not doing right, or you have a client that is giving you a headache. It's going to come. But
Yeah.
when you know why you start what you start, and you know the result, the expected outcome that you want from that. So
Yeah.
you are able to position yourself in such a way that you don't dwell on many minute things. You don't let those
Mm,
minute things weigh you down. So you'll be able to stay focused. So know your why in business. Why did you start this business? What impact do you want to make in the community? For
mm,
me, one thing with Petra Home Care that I really love, and that is so powerful, is every week I run the payroll, and today I did that.
yeah, well, I read you. I think I read where you wrote that.
To exactly day for people that will get paid on Friday, and
Yeah.
that is such an empowerment for me, because now I know
Yeah.
that I'm helping
You're
families
helping
out
families.
there, to be able to live their own lives, to be able to pay their bills, take care of kids,
Mm.
take care of different things. I have other challenges, but that each time I run that payroll,
It
like
gives
today,
you that boost.
the
You feel
joy, like
more.
I'm like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
And like every week the payroll increases, like wow. So I'm like, wow, God, I'm so grateful for that
Mm.
opportunity to be able to be instrumental in some
Yeah.
people's lives. So know your why, know why you
Mm.
do things, and the people that we care for. I mean, each time they call me and speak to me, it gives me joy. I mean, we
Mm.
have some other challenges, but that why and the impact that your business is
Yes.
making in
Mm.
somebody's life, I mean, it goes a long way. I mean, and another tip for business people: don't do business alone. Okay,
Mm.
don't do business alone. God is not a lonely God. It's a God in three person, right? When He created the first man, He
Mm.
knew that man should not be alone. There's need for help for this person. Don't do
Mm.
business alone. Don't work in silo. Don't suffer alone. Don't put all of the challenges on yourself alone.
Kind of.
Work with other people. If your type of business have association, join the association so you can know the trend that is going
Yeah.
on. You can be able to be around like-minded people. Work with a mentor, because life challenges happen,
Mm.
and we continue to have that. COVID brings its own challenges, different thing with its own challenges. I mean, it's a lot. So if you have a mentor or a coach,
Coach.
it
Yeah.
helps you, because then you have someone that you can you can vent to.
Yeah.
There are things that go on in my business I can share with employees,
Mm-mm.
and but then when you have a mentor, you have a coach, you have someone, you can be like, oh God, this week, oh, it's been like this, and then they will chip in, they will help you to think through the process, what you can do next time. So
And they might have gone through that challenge or something similar, where
exactly.
they could share what they've done in that
In that
situation.
same situation, exactly.
Yeah.
That people will say there's no need to reinvent the wheel. The wheel is already out there. It's out there. People have the wheels, they know it. Don't give yourself
Mm.
unnecessary headache. So work with a mentor this year, a mentor, a coach, a business coach, wherever it is, work with someone so you are not a lone ranger. And if and know why you start what you're doing,
Yeah.
the impact you are making in the community, and then add on to it is to continue to work on yourself, because every business owner is a business leader. So you want to continue to
Oh,
work
I
on
love that.
yourself, you
Every
know,
business owner is a business leader.
it's a business leader. You are leading your business, and you want to lead your business to succeed. So every day, every week, work on yourself, improve yourself, because with that improvement, that is how you can grow your business, your company, your organization, your ministry. You improve on yourself.
Wow, 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 wow. Thank you so much. Those are awesome, awesome, awesome tips. Thank you for those. Okay, what would your last words be to a woman listening? What will be your last words? Thank you so much. Oh, wow. My notes are full. I'm sure you saw me writing.
I know.
Oh, I told you people that we had a powerhouse. She's a business powerhouse. She's a ministry powerhouse.
Oh, thank you so much. I mean, the last tip that I will give is, at least as a woman, or even for men out there, is to work on your mindset. If
Mm,
you are not defeated within you, you cannot be defeated outside. So
yeah.
you want to work on your mindset, on your mental being, that you are strong, because there are going to be challenges, there are going to be up and downs. Things may not work the way you envision them, but when you are so strong in your mind, like, oh my God, you are someone of you always have positive outlook on everything. You are not defeated within you. You think of great things to yourself. Not like the Bible says, as a man think in his
Things in
heart,
his
so
heart.
it is.
So is he.
So you want to fill your mind with very good things, so that you are not living and just living like day to day as if you are surviving. You are thriving. So you want to fill your heart, your mind, with very positive words. Say positive things to yourself. Declare it. I am powerful. I'm
Yes.
this. I have what it takes. I am
Mm-hmm,
built for
mm-hmm,
this. I'm made for this. I overcome. Nothing will pull me down. I
mm-hmm.
can do this. No, most of the
Yes.
time we just listen to podcasts, listen to books, maybe audible books, audio books,
Mm-hmm.
whatever way. Just empower your mind.
Yes. Yeah.
Because one thing that the enemy
Mm.
is after is your mind. And the
Yes.
enemies know that if he can defeat you in your mind, if you can give up within you, then that's it. But if you encourage yourself, no matter the defeat, no matter what people are saying around you, you encourage yourself, you say those powerful things to yourself, you fill up your mind with good words, positive words. And you hold on to that, you will walk with your head high. I'm telling you, nothing, no situation will be able to
Okay.
withstand it when you have that sound
Mm.
mind. So work on that positive outlook on everything. It doesn't matter. Say, you know what, there is no negativity out here around me. Keep it at the door.
Yeah.
Work on your mindset. Fill it
I
up.
used to tell people I work that thing. I tell them when you are dealing with issues, please, when you're coming, drop it at the door. On your
Exactly.
way out, you can pick
You
it
can
up.
pick it up, but here it's not allowed. Exactly.
Wow. Thank you so much for that. For those wonderful tips. I'm so, so, so excited. Thank you. I know that our listeners are going to get a lot from that. Listeners, it's been a wonderful time here listening to Lady V, Victoria Showunmi. Thank you so much for being on the podcast. Thank you
It's
so much
my
for being here. I
pleasure.
really, really do appreciate you. And listeners, I'll see you again next week. Okay, it's bye for now. Bye, everyone.